YouTube, good morning. Ooh, honey. The title of today's show is The Industry Says No. Ooh, let's talk
She
about
says
it.
she's been bitten from head to toe.
I don't know what been chewing on me, but I know I'm ate up on me. Watch how she up the score, her number 4.
YouTube. Ooh, honey, right? The industry says no. Shout out to Hottie Fly. It wouldn't be right if I wouldn't say where I got that quote from. She used to say that a long time ago. So shout out to Hottie Fly. I don't mind giving people their props. Her thing was she's in the beefing sector, right? And she would go back and forth with certain people, and she would always say, RuPaul said no, so shout out to Hottie Fly. I want to give credit to where credit's due. But anyway, hello everyone. Thank you for joining my channel. This is the Saturday Morning Rant, and I am Miss Tia, honey. So if you don't mind, please like and subscribe. Listen, great show today. I don't got in that road. Yeah, that's so sour, right? I ain't got that. I don't got that. But I don't. Everything's got to come off my head right now. I'm lazy. I was busy. I couldn't think about what I wanted to talk about. It was so much going on in the news. We may talk about the Nicki Minaj. I may even hit on crazy, what's his name? Young Thug. Puffy, right? Diddy. I remember when he was Puffy, but Diddy, Aisha Curry, I think I saw Tyrese. Oh God, we finna have another crying episode of Tyrese, right? I may even talk about Ab-Soul. I saw something, and I may touch on that. I don't know. But anyway, once again, I am Miss Tia. This is the I Am Miss Tia show. I put show on the end because I don't know. Some days I feel weird, and some days I feel like it's a conversation. Then some days I feel like it's a show. I don't know. So just go with it. Just go with it. But anyway, thank you and welcome to the Saturday Morning Rant. Make sure you hit the like button, please. I think I get about, once again, 50 to 60 people that click the channel. So make sure you hit the like button. I really need it. And plus, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And share. I think some of my conversation pieces is not what the people want me to talk about. So I get kind of shadow banned, right? So I need you guys to help push me through. Nails today, right? Ooh, they were so cute. I'm such a fucking lady. Oh my God. Great topics. Listen, I did the 52nd annual. Is it the 52nd annual? Greek festival. I try to go every year. I didn't go last year, but I went this year. It's the local Catholic church, right? The cathedral. You get to go in the cathedral. I'm not Catholic, but I'm nosy, and I like to hear and see what other people are doing, right? Plus, and I'm ashamed to say this, I go for the food. I go for the food and the great wine. So listen, if you haven't attended your local Greek festivals, take a chance. Step out of your norm and go to these things. It's interesting seeing other people's culture and the way they do things, and have the conversation. At this specific Greek festival, you get to talk to the priest, right? And so, me, I'm nosy. I'm like, so what do you really believe, right? And this priest, right, he's so nice. I meet him every year. He's just laugh, right? Because he's like, he know people ask questions because people are curious. Different people and religions and different beliefs, everybody kind of believe the same, but it's not, right? And so he laughs so much when he see people like me come up and say, so what do you guys believe? And he always laugh. I think at this point he kind of know who I am, but I love to go up and see and hear and congregate and eat with these people, right? They got the best wine. Ooh, I should have brought my wine. I did a video on this channel, some of the stuff we that I've done before there. So I've done a video here, but they got the best wine, girls. To the girls who like wine, go to the Greek festival, go to the Catholics. They got the best wine. Okay. I don't want to be disrespectful. But anyway, I went to the 52nd Greek Festival, 52nd Annual Greek Festival this year. Oh, I loved it. I went through the middle of the week too. I couldn't go on the weekend because I know I got to work. So I found myself driving, right? Because I'm like, Greek food, 45 minutes away, right? But it was great. So make sure you go and patronize your local stuff like that. I think next week in my city, we have the arts festival, right? I can't wait to go there. I like to go there. You have a lot of artists in your area that you don't know, very talented. And last year, I think I went, yeah, and I met a lot of artists, local. I'm like, wow, you painted this? And to see where people mind is, ooh, we'll call you back, Shine. Wait a minute, we'll call you back, child. We'll call you back. But okay, great topics today. I'm rambling. Oh my God. But listen to this, you guys. Listen to this. I'm rambling. I'm rambling. They gon' wait, let me answer. Cause they gon' make me answer it. Yes. You could do Monday through Friday. It's all up to you, darling. All right, have a great day. Bye. I had to answer it because she wasn't going to stop calling whoever this is. We're not open yet, ma'am. Okay. I'm showing y'all too much. I already showing you too much. But anyway, first topic of the day. I was telling you about my Greek festival, right? Go and check it out. Nicki Minaj and Candace Owens. Speaking of Catholics, right? Candace Owens, Nicki Minaj. Listen, I heard, and I'm hoping that, I don't know if this is true, but I'm hearing this. Is Nicki Minaj gonna sit down with Candace Owens and expose the music industry? Is this true? Somebody please get in the comments and tell me. Listen, I'm nosy. I want to see if this is gonna happen. I'm like, tell us more. Because at this point, I know everyone is seeing this. Nicki Minaj is crashing out, as they say, on the internet concerning her disagreement and disapproval and hatred towards Cardi B. Wow. Someone always said, don't let people have that much control over you, right? But I heard something specifically, and I don't know that this is real. Candace Owens will be sitting down with Nicki Minaj. Is this true? Oh, I want to hear this. Will Nicki Minaj go there? Now, this is the thing. Will Nicki Minaj go all the way concerning who will she expose, right? See, she's on the bottom tier right now, talking about the Jay-Z's, the Cardi B's. That's bottom tier. If you're gonna expose Nicki, hello, Nicki. If you're gonna expose, honey, go there, right? Because we're all waiting to see what Drake does. He's kind of quiet. Is he slowing down? Is the steam slowing down over there with Drake? Because I'm ready for somebody to crash. I'm ready for him to crash. So Nicki, if you're gonna go, honey, go all the way. Make it count. Make it count, because the industry is saying no to a lot of these people. They're done. I think their time is up. And it's so sad that a person like a Nicki Minaj and a lot of other artists didn't find a way to pivot. I think that is so I think artists that's coming up now, artists that's got it going on, that's in it now, that's looking, always see where you can kind of pivot, because it's like a wash and repeat. Your time will be up one day, right? Am I crazy? Have I been watching this thing for years, and we have seen people go and come, and after they be, sucked out and ate up, they get thrown out. Like, isn't this something we've been seeing throughout the years? And to see Nicki Minaj crash out, it's kind of hurtful, right? As talented as she is, I don't think she knew that it was time to pivot, right? I don't think she understood or was getting herself in great relationships to say, okay, this leg of the game for me is up. I may need to pivot and go this way. And that's heartbreaking, right? Nicki Minaj, right? Crash, honey. Tell it all. A lot of people, a lot of people who she's throwing darts at, it really doesn't matter. Those people don't own nothing. They don't own the thing that she's requiring and wishing for, right? I think she's expressing her hatred towards Jay-Z about maybe money, and I know in this time we all are in a place where we need money, right? Because a lot of us, we work 9 to 5s, and a lot of people in the industry, they get paid according to their work. And so I haven't seen Nicki Minaj working in a place where I'm seeing her being able to ensure a financial stability, right? Because I do believe if an artist not touring and working, they don't get paid. So when you're seeing her not able to do that, I'm wondering, is that maybe the cause of her frustration? And maybe, but this is where your thinking cap got to come on, girl. You got to be good. You got to be swift. You got to be craft. And you may have to come out and just do some things that normal people do, like a job. What's wrong? Why have we made going to a job the enemy? What's wrong with us? I don't understand. But I'm waiting for Nicki Minaj. Will she go? Will she do it, or will she stay in this place of just talking, just ranting and raving? And to be honest with you, I think she would just stay in this moment where she just rant and rave. I don't think she'll go far as you think she would. So I'm watching, honey. Ooh, another artist I seen that was kind of crashing, that's kind of in the same place. Young Thug. We've been talking about him a lot lately, so I just wanted to bring this up. I saw on a podcast he talked about how he was blaming bloggers. He even was blaming a streamer over there for his mishandling his talent amongst the people. Is that a great way to put that? So I saw recently on an interview, he talked about how DJ Academics was to blame for the people inciting violence. I was like, Thug, please. You gotta stop. Thug gotta rest. Thug said he got a couple dollars put up, right? I think Thug should take a couple of those dollars, go over there to Africa, figure out who he is, get off the grid, find something else, and then maybe he could come back. But with Thug not being able to have a break between this heroic thing he went through as a trial, he's having a mental breakdown. I heard him say, what's depression? I don't know what it looks like. When you over there doing whippets. Whippets is a sure sign that you may be depressed, because only a fool take gas or whatever whippet is and delight in it. Yeah. So that's a good sign, Thug, that you may be depressed. At any time, you can fall on your knees. At any time, he's waiting. Trust me, I know. I practice it daily. So trust me, I can kind of tell you something. Loon didn't give you great advice. He kind of teetered around your feelings. Everybody is doing that with Thug. You guys are not helping him at all. Oh no, you're not helping him. But anyway, that's my Young Thug news of the day. I really hope that Young Thug unplug, take a moment and figure out who you are. You've been in this industry since a kid. You really never really understood who you was as a person in this world, and what's your mission. You never really figured that out. You was pushed into this music industry and said, okay, use this part of your talent and do this. But I think you need to take a moment and sit with yourself. Okay, I'm through with you, Thug. Please stay away from me. Stay away from me, Thug. Diddy got 50 months, right? Everybody's watching. I was paying attention. I talked about Diddy last week. I said I feel like Diddy is trying to break Diddy, and he's not showing that he's broken enough, right? I even saw something that it was saying that Diddy had already signed contracts to do interviews and sitting conferences like he was gonna get out. I'm like, see, Diddy is showing a for sure sign that no, he's not in the place that those people want him to be. To the point that, was this true? Diddy was really setting up interviews because he thought he was finna be out. So that lets you know your psyche, Diddy. You're not in the right place, right? You're not in the right place. You're not being reformed, as they say. So they gave him 50 months. And I heard through the grapevine, I think I was watching Judge Joe Brown. He was saying how the defense prosecution, they can go back and forth and redo this thing over. Let me tell you something. I'm sick of Diddy. I don't want to hear anymore. Take your 50 months. Take the 50 months. And hush. Hush. 50 months. What is that? 4 or 5 years? And then he may get accounted for the rest of. Hush. I'm sick of it. I don't want to see Diddy anymore. Please. I can't take it. We've been indoctrinated with this nonsense. I'm tired of it. Oh my gosh. So they looking for Diddy to look like he's been reformed, but I don't think he's with so much privilege today that prisoners have, who's locked up. How could you reform yourself? They have the option to be on cell phones. They get to eat Popeye's chicken, Pizza Hut. Who got time to reform when I'm still sitting in like I'm living my life, right? So whatever the courts are looking for, I don't think they would even get that from Diddy. I think some of the guys back in the days used to say prisons sometimes make them worse. Right? Have you ever heard that? Prisons sometimes make people worse. So whatever they're looking for Diddy to go through, I don't know if prison would do that. He may come out to be even a bigger monster, right? I don't know. I don't. Listen, pray. Not only do. I don't know. Shout out, and my heart goes out to everybody who's being affected by a lot of this stuff that we are seeing. Some of these people misuse in our community. Ugh, it's crazy, right? Crazy, right? Who we got next? Okay, next topic. Guess what I got today? My service station coffee, right? Ooh. So good. Okay, next couple of topics, because I got to get out of here. I don't want to make this video long. Ayesha Curry. You guys, listen. My heart really hurts for women like Ayesha Curry, because I believe, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this, I believe a lot of this, what Ayesha Curry is dealing with, is mental, right? Forgive me, allegedly. Do I say that? And let me tell you why. Listen to this. She was on this podcast I was watching. She was on this podcast, and this is what she said. The title was saying something like, she said she never wanted kids or marriage. She claimed that Steph doesn't understand her. And she said, I always was a career goal girl. And she said, he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. At this point, I figured out that Ayesha may be going through some kind of mental thing. And let me tell you why. I don't know if you guys know this, but this could be statistically. Look at me. It could be. No, for real. Having children, marriage, and a lot of that stuff, it's like your body is shell shocked, right? You go through these different turnpipes in your life having children. Now, this is to women. Most women, let me relate to it. Okay, if you ever had a dog, right? You had a dog who had babies, right? Sometimes the dog would not feed the baby, because at this time the dog is kind of going through this mental thing, and he don't want the babies on them. Come with me. Act like y'all ever seen this before. Women in motherhood, we kind of go through this same thing. We go through this traumatic thing with our bodies, right? And now it also, not only it messed with my body, it messed with my mental. It messed with my mental. They call it postpartum, right? And sometimes coming from the hood, we didn't have you don't have access to the right information to how to deal with postpartum. And sometimes girls in the hood, and I'm speaking from a knowing situation. Sometimes when you watch girls from the hood have children and they'll leave their babies with their grandmama, that be a sign of, like the dog say, I don't want you connected. Like, you really need to be in a great state to have children. I think young girls who have children who's not really developed mentally have a hard time. And a lot of, I wouldn't even say young girls, women, period. You need a great development of mental and spiritual when you have children. It changes your life. It changes your body. And once again, it changes your mind. So watching Aisha Curry, everybody is really not understanding what she's going through. Me personally, I think she have a little mental illness, and I think she really need to go and seek some kind of help. And I'm hoping that she is seeing some kind of therapist. And sometimes being in with a therapist can't really cure all of this, because some of this stuff is hereditary, right? If you would go back and look into your gene pool and you can see mental illness in your gene pool, it don't have nothing to do with therapy. Sometimes mental illness is just in the gene pool. But I'm watching Aisha Curry and my spirit just jumped up and said, this girl is dealing with something on that level. And I know a lot of people is just laughing and saying, he don't need her. And this is deeper than a woman just being out of order in front of the world with her husband. I think we are looking at a mild case of some kind of mental illness, and it's real. We don't talk about it a lot because, to me, Black women, I wouldn't even say Black women, women period. But I'm saying Black woman because I'm a Black woman and I live around Black women. So I got to only speak from this point of view. We don't get to be sick. We don't get to have a bad day. We don't get to go through things that's mind changing, or we're considered angry. We considered as hard to deal with, not knowing we are dealing with things on a mental platform. And I don't think men give women, especially Black women in their community, enough grace to really sit in that thing. And I think a lot of women are also scared to have this conversation because they are scared to let people know that they may be dealing with something. But this is what I would tell to women. Go back and look into your family tree and see if it's any kind of mental illness, because sometimes mental illness, it will skip generations, but sometimes it would it'll hit the next person. Like this is real. Oh my goodness. So when I look at Aisha Curry, I look at her different. I was looking at Killer Mike, not understanding, but I'm telling you. Now listen to me. Look at it now, since I told you what we're looking at. And you see a lot of girls in our community like that. When you see those girls drop their kids off on a porch, or did you see the lady recently, she felt like something told her to kill. Can I say kill? To get rid of her children. You guys, that's a mental illness, you guys. And then these people are having children. These people are having sex and having children. And you would think that people would kind of, people don't pay attention to that before they have sex. Especially you men. I'm holding men accountable too. Men ain't looking and paying attention and saying, yeah, they said Susan got the good coochie because she ghetto, but Susan May got a problem too. And I think men need to be... need to watch that, because you guys are having sexual relations with these people. Oh, they said she got the good coochie because she the hood girl. Yeah, but she got a mental illness. So you finding your beautiful Aisha Currys that you think is perfect, but underneath, I think the sister is wrestling. I said it. And it's heartbreaking, Because we see this all the time. We don't, and where I'm from, we don't get the help. I can speak from my position. I had a little postpartum. Why? Because I was a young mother. I never had a child. I never knew that this was finna do something to my body. I never knew that now my life is not about me anymore. It's about this child. See, you really have to change your life when you have children. And to some people, it could be like a shell shock. It could. So my heart goes out to Aisha Curry and to the women like her. A lot of people they don't go to therapy, or a lot of people use the word or the Bible or whatever to help them push through this. We don't have these conversations. Come on, to the people who's to be, have these kind of conversations on your platform. Stop beating up the women and really try to see why and how did they get to this place. So when you see your Sukahanas and your Cardi B's and to the women who do this all the time, right? A lot of that is what they went through, right? It could be abuse sexually. It could be just a mental illness. It could be things that's going through the bloodline, and you have to be careful. That's why in the Bible it talked about how you have to break family curses, right? This is real. This is real. You literally had to break things because Mima did it. And then mama did it. You know how they have generations of people living in the project? That's a curse that need to be broken. All of that. And then some of us grow up and think that that's normal. Oh, my mama stayed there. My mama stayed around the corner. My auntie stayed right there. And my cousin. See, that's a generational curse. And we don't know that that's what it is. But the Aisha story, I finally put my finger on it. I think the sister is dealing with something a little bit more than just her just being disrespectful to her husband. Okay, I gotta go because I don't want to make this video long. Tyrese, oh, I gotta go. We don't need enough. Tyrese, please don't come crying to us. So anyway, the neighbors put Tyrese in jail. Did you see this? Because they say his dog killed a neighbor dog, right? His big carcass dinosaur dogs. First of all, I think the neighbors, can I say this? I think the neighbors got something against Tyrese, right? So, first of all, the neighbor was on TMZ talking about how he let his dog out to roam at night. And this night, Sugar Bear just didn't come home. But my thing about it is, everybody's dog should have been on the lease. And the way it sounds about the story of the guy whose dog was killed by Tyrese dogs, you let your dog run free through the neighborhood without a leash on. I think he was wrong. He was wrong, right? Don't all dogs should have a leash on? So he was wrong to let his dog just roam. So you know Sugar Bear was over there with them big dogs causing trouble. You know Sugar Bear went over there. Okay, let me quit because I know how people feel about dogs. And I'm not trying to be rude. But you can't the guy can't let his dog out either. So he let his dog roam the neighborhood because, this is what we do. This is my neighborhood, and Sugar Bear can roam the neighborhood. Sugar Bear can't roam the neighborhood when there's some thugs over there. You need to keep Sugar Bear in your backyard. Okay, I gotta go. So Tyrese went to jail. Listen, I don't do pets. I'm not a pet girl. No. No. So Tyrese found himself in jail behind his dogs, and he may have a healthy fine. Listen, Tyrese, we can't help you. Don't come crying on him about these dogs. We can't help you. Okay, I gotta go. I wanted to talk about Ab-Soul before we go. Oh, how many minutes I got? Oh God, this video gonna be long. Ab-Soul, one of the greatest MCs, rhymers in this time. But to me, lately, everybody's talking about he did a freestyle over on the Kai Senate Marathon freestyle show, right? And a lot of people were saying he may had some substance abuse and da. But I think Ab-Soul issue is he is not commercial. He would never maybe even get that success. Somebody told me this the other day, and I thought about that. They said, would you still live in your purpose if it doesn't come with a financial a big financial greatness, right? Because I think a lot of people who is talented as the Absols are, we live on our talent should make room for us, right? But it didn't mean to say that our talents and our gift would make us millionaires and billionaires. And I think when the person told me that, would you still walk in your purpose if you gain nothing? That's a question that I think everybody who's talented, who's gifted, and who's purpose driven ought to ask themselves. Would you still do this thing if you get nothing? Would you just walk in it just because you just continue in this thing called purpose? Would you do it? And I think all artists and gifted people ought to ask themselves that. I think Absol is too gifted for this industry. Be honest with you, he's beyond this industry that he's so much trying to fit into. And it hurts my heart to see people like him, even me sometimes, dumb ourselves down to fit amongst the people that we are so above, right? Because of the gift that we have and the information that we know. Listening to this guy recently, this guy is so fucking smart. He don't deserve to even be honest with you, he's literally priesthood. He's literally priesthood, but I feel like he's scared to live there because it's a no man's land. The gift that Absol have is so priestly. He's gonna live in a no man's land, and he may be scared to live there. And a lot of people are scared to live in the no man's land. A lot of people are, but when you get a gift and a purpose that big, crazy. So my heart goes out to Absol because you see a lot of people leave this earth not fulfilling why they were put here. And I was thinking about that. I'm watching everybody else commentary, but I don't think people really got a finger on what it is. Once again, he's so priestly that I think he don't really want to live in that no man's land. But I gotta go. I hope what I said today, you found something worth learning and teaching from. I told you I didn't have anything, so I was off the head. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.